Good morning, students. Myself Sandeep Shilvan, faculty of EEE Department, ISL Engineering College. In this semester, that is for the 5th semester, I will be taking the subject Electrical Machines 2 for you people. Today is the introduction class to the Electrical Machines 2, where we will see what are the different topics we are going to study in this subject, what is the complete syllabus of the subject, okay, what is the complete overview of the subject, we will see here. So before getting into the point, I want to clear you one thing, that Electrical Machines 2 is the continuation to the Electrical Machines 1 subject, which you already studied in the previous semester. So Electrical Machines 1 was all about studying DC machines, and Electrical Machines 2 is all about studying about AC machines only. So here we will see the properties of AC machines, what are the AC machines exactly, how they are classified, what is their working principle, what are the different types, and what are the different properties, what are the different characteristics. Those all will be going to study in the Electrical Machines 2. Okay. As you already know, electrical machine is a device which converts energy from one source to another source. One form of energy can be converted into another form of energy. Depending upon the type of the energy which we are getting, it is classified into majorly two types. One is motor, another one is generator. Motor, you already know, motor is a device which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. Generator is a device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Okay, this is about electrical machine, and electrical machines are majorly classified into two types. Okay, one is DC machines. Just we'll see the overview of classification once again for more clarity. So DC machine, and it is AC machines. DC machines again classified into two types. Okay, so DC motor and DC generator. DC motor and DC generator. This is completely you studied in EM1. This is completely about EM1 subject. These all things you have covered in EM1. Along with this, you have studied one more topic in the EM1, that is transformers. Right? Transformers. Again, AC machine is classified into two types. One is synchronous machines. Then asynchronous machines. Synchronous machines and asynchronous machines. Synchronous machines are constant. In synchronous machines, speed is always constant. But in asynchronous machines, as load increases, speed changes. That is why, based on that property, it is divided into two types. Synchronous. In synchronous machines, speed is always constant. But here, speed is not constant. Synchronous machine is further divided into two types: synchronous motor and synchronous generator. And asynchronous machine is classified into three-phase induction motor and single-phase induction motor. Asynchronous machines are classified into three-phase induction motors and single-phase induction motors. If the machine is taking three-phase, then it is three-phase induction motor. If the machine is taking single-phase, then it is called a single-phase induction motor. So this is just overview of the electrical machines classifications to get clear picture. So what we are going to study in this subject. This you already studied in the previous semester, as this is the continuity to EM1. So EM1 is already over. So in this EM2, we will be studying about complete AC machines. We will be studying about AC machines only, right? So this is the classification of electrical machines too. Now let us come to the point. What exactly we are going to study in this semester in electrical machines 2. So electrical machines 2 is divided into 5 units. So in these 5 units, what are the different things, what are the different topics we will study? See here one by one. Just overview, we will see here syllabus overview, as this is the introduction class. So it is all about AC machines only, studying AC properties of the machines. right? So in the first unit is all about three-phase induction motors, right? Your first unit consists of three-phase induction motors. So here we will be studying what is three-phase induction motor, what is its construction, what is the working principle behind this induction motor, then what are the different characteristics of induction motors, then we will be seeing how to determine the efficiency of the three-phase induction motor. To determine the efficiency, what are the different tests we have to perform on the induction motor, those all we are going to study in the induction motor unit, three-phase induction motor unit. Along with the tests, we will be doing some problems are there, some practical problems we will be doing. Okay, based on that we will come to know how to design the three-phase induction motor. Some problems we will be solving in this, right? Then what are the applications, what are the various applications of three-phase induction motors. You already know induction motor is most popularly used in the industry. What is the reason why it is most popularly used, what are those properties, what are those characteristics, those we'll see in the first unit. Okay, then in second unit, the second unit is all about starting and speed control method. Starting and speed control methods. So in this unit we will be studying what are the different types of speed control methods of the induction motor. Output of the induction motor is what? Converting electrical to mechanical. Something will be giving mechanical output, means speed. Mechanical output means it will be rotating speed only. So how to control that speed, what are the different ways are there to control the speed of that we are going to study in second unit. Along with that, to start the induction motor, there are various methods. How to start the induction motor, what are the different points we need to remember, what are the different points or procedures we have to keep in mind to start the induction motor, that also we are going to study in the second unit. There are various methods of starting are there. Armature flux control method is there, delta starter is there, okay, DOL starter. So many methods are there to start the three-phase induction motors. Those all will study in the second unit, along with the speed control methods, right? Armature control method is there, field control method is there, okay, voltage by flux control method is there. So many methods are, those all will study in the second unit. Then in third unit is all about synchronous machines, okay, synchronous machines. First and second unit is related to asynchronous machines, where speed is not constant, speed keeps on changing. That is why we study control methods of the speed control methods. So synchronous machines, here it is a constant speed machine, right? Synchronous machines are constant speed machines, speed is always constant. So in this we will be studying its construction, its working, okay, what are the characteristics of the synchronous machines, what are the various applications where we use synchronous machines where we use, right? These all things we will be studying in the synchronous machines. Along with that, there are certain tests there are certain tests which we will be performing on the synchronous machines. The same we will be seeing in the practical. EM2 lab will be there, the same we will be seeing in the lab. Some lab oriented topics also will cover in the synchronous machines, right? Then derivation, what is the EMF equation? If it is synchronous machine, is combination of motor as well as generator, right? So EMF equation, what is its EMF equation we will see. What are the different factors on which your EMF depends upon this, that also we will be studying. So these are the different topics we will be studying here. Then in the fourth unit we will be studying synchronous motors, right? Synchronous motor. So here in the third unit we study all about generator part only, synchronous generators. So in the fourth unit we will be studying next classification of synchronous machines, that is synchronous motor. Motor, what is the torque equivalence of this? Again, what are the types? What is the working principle? What is its construction? Then one important part we will be studying for in this complete synchronous machines, that is circle diagram. How to draw the circle diagram? What is the need of drawing the circle diagram? What is the purpose of drawing the circle diagram? that we are going to study in synchronous machines. This is very important from lab point of view. Okay, this specifies or this determines what is the performance level of the synchronous machine, how it is performing. So circle diagram important topic we'll study in this unit. Okay, so this is our fourth unit. Then in fifth unit, as I already told you, along with the in EM2 we'll be studying about AC machines only. Along with that, some special type of properties some special type of machines you are going to study in this subject. So that is given in the fifth unit. In fifth unit, you will study single phase induction motors. We will be studying about single phase induction motors. So here this is three phase induction motor. We will be giving three phase supply, but it is single phase induction motor. If we give single phase supply, how single phase induction motors are working, what are the working principle, different types of, what are the different types of single phase induction motors are there, and how single phase induction motors are classified, what is the main reason on which single phase induction motors are classified, how they are classified. They are classified into two types. Then what are the different parts of the single phase induction motor? It consists of rotor, stator. What is the rotor construction? What is the stator construction? What is the make of the rotor? What is the make of the stator? Those all we will be going to study in this. And along with this, one more important principle we study here in this is double revolving theory. Okay, that is very important working principle. Induction motors works on that principle only, double field revolving theory. Okay, how it is working, how it works, those all will study in this. Along with this, applications of the single phase induction motors we study in this unit. Single phase, one best example I will give you for the single phase induction motor, your ceiling fan. That is single phase induction motor only. What inside the fan, the motor which you use is single phase induction motor only. There we use capacitor type, capacitor start induction motor. So there are so many types are there. Capacitor start induction motor is there, capacitor run induction motor is there, split phase induction motor is there. Okay, so these are the different types of induction motors or the single phase induction. Those all will study here. Okay, how they behave. Then along with this, we will be studying some special machines. We will be studying some special type of machines. Okay, what are those special type of machines means? We will be studying about BLDC motors, right? BLDC motor is nothing but this is most popularly used. It is the advanced version of the DC motor. Everywhere we are using BLDC motors only. This is advanced version of DC motor. BLDC means brushless DC motor. We will not be using brushes here. A separate setup will be there. We use some kind of inverter setup, okay, to minimize the losses which were existing in the DC motors. This is advanced version or continuous version of the DC motor. It is most popularly used nowadays. So many research is going on for further extension to this. This type of machine will study here. Its construction and its working principle we are going to study. Then next type of special machine we study here is SRM machines. Okay, switched reluctance mode machines. SRM means switched reluctance mode. Okay, switched reluctance mode machines we study here. Switched reluctance machines. This is also advanced version machines only. So these two special type of machines we study in this chapter. This is the overview of the syllabus which we are going to study in this coming semester for electrical machines too. Subject is very easy and as well as interesting also. We'll be having theory, both theory and problems will be there. Okay, if you understand theory very well, then only you will be able to solve the problems, because problems are dependent upon the formulas only. So how those formulas have come, for that you have to understand the theory very well. So please try to understand the subject very well, work hard for this subject, easy subject only, right? So with this I will conclude introduction class to the electrical machines too. In the next class we will directly start with the syllabus. We will directly start with first unit, that is three phase induction motors. We will see you in the next class. Bye.